Hello and welcome to the Assay TV. I am at day 3 of Mining Indaba in Cape Town, and I am joined by Tim Palmer, Head of Renewables and Transition, UK Export Finance. So welcome, it's great to have you with us today.
Thanks, Eleanor.
Thanks. So let's start by giving some insight into your background with UK Export Finance and the work you do there as well.
Thanks. So I've been with UK Export Finance for about 25 years, and UK Export Finance, we're there to support the supply of goods, services and intellectual property from the UK to overseas companies, to overseas projects, either by supporting projects overseas, by supporting corporates, or supporting projects that sovereigns are doing overseas. In the mining space, or the processing space, or the refining space, we're also there to support, particularly in the critical minerals area, projects where there is a supply of critical minerals into the UK. We can particularly support those and where there is a supply of critical minerals goods to the UK additionally. And that's a recent innovation that was announced by the UK's Chancellor in her October 2024 budget.
Okay, so you briefly mentioned it just there, but how can you tell us more about how the company supports businesses in the clean energy sector?
In the clean energy sector overall, we've been very pleased to announce in our 2023 business plan for the 2024 period ongoing the ambition to support £10 billion, so that's about $13 billion over a 5-year period of finance to support clean energy for an ongoing period. So far, we're very pleased with how we're doing against that ambition. Clean projects can be across a whole range of sectors. You know, as you've mentioned, I'm head of Renewables and Transition. That covers everything from traditional renewables such as offshore wind, where we've been delighted to support so far 5 offshore wind projects, and we have further that we're considering at the moment. All the way through to nascent technologies and everything that feeds into that, such as critical minerals, which is why I'm delighted to be here. So we see that as very much a growing portfolio for us. There's some excellent UK supply chains supplying into those projects, but also with the new product that the Chancellor announced for us, not only are we supporting projects overseas that have UK goods and services going into them, but we're also supporting, hopefully, projects where there is critical minerals coming into the UK. And then finally, on top of that, we're also delighted to be supporting the build of factories in the UK, where critical minerals are being used to build goods and services in the UK. We now have the largest factory in the world for the build of parts for monopiles up in Tees Valley, and also for various other parts of the offshore wind supply chain.
So looking more at Africa then,
Yep.
What are the opportunities for UK exporters on the continent?
So in Africa, we've moved from doing a smaller amount to now having a very significant portfolio across the whole of Africa. We follow a model of working with ministries of finance and their line ministries, whether that's the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Planning, whichever ministry it may be, to consider what their top priority projects may be in order to work into projects. And now mining projects and the further up supply chain, whether that's a processing plant, a refinery, and particularly in the critical mineral space. If they're looking for projects which fall outside our new critical mineral product, and they need to have supply chain from the UK, and it doesn't have to be a UK company, it can be a non-UK company that is sourcing from the UK to overseas. It's a very large part of that model. We will work with them to make that happen. We have a supplier fair model where we will put the UK companies in the room with the project sponsor, and potentially with the overseas ministry to make all of that happen.
So lots of collaboration then.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, as I said, we're at Mining Indaba. What are you looking forward to this week, and what conversations do you want to be having?
So here at Mining Indaba, this is day 3 for us, and what's been fantastic has been talking to so many projects that are at various stages, from the sort of earlier stages of looking to develop their projects through to the debt raising stage, which is really where we come in. We're not equity, we are there to support debt or occasionally provide debt, and see how we can make a difference to make that happen. We've had some fantastic conversations with those companies, seen some clear indications of where we can help projects happen in Africa across a range of countries, but also where we can help that work for the UK. So very much in collaboration. It always has to work for the country in question. This isn't about just making everything work for the UK. It's about making things grow in the country in question. Difficult to sort of put Africa in one big basket because that's not appropriate. There's so many different countries.
Thank you for your time today, Tim, and we hope you have a great rest of your week here.
Thanks, Eleanor.
Thank you very much.